listening to the Pool Envy Podcast. Code, compliance, craftsmanship. Hosted by Jason Davies. Let's dive in.
The message shows up every fall. New heater keeps tripping, must be a bad board. Nope. 9 times out of 10, it isn't the box, it's the supply. Today, we're going to keep your heater out of the drama and your name off Facebook by sizing gas piping, meter, and regulators the right way. In a few minutes, you'll know how to count BTUs, pick a sizing table, talk to the utility like a professional, and document the installation so nobody plays the blame game. Heaters don't run on vibes. They run on pressure and volume. If the meter, regulators, or piping can't deliver, the heater locks out and gets blamed for being defective. We keep projects calm by aligning scope to code and by checking a few outcomes, not DIYing the guesswork. This episode explains what good looks like under IFGC 402, NFPA 54, so owners and builders can communicate clearly. Sizing and adjustments belong to licensed pros and your authority having jurisdiction. 2 books run the show. IFGC, International Fuel Gas Code, see Section 402, Gas Piping Sizing. It tells you to size your total connected load, length, specific gravity, pressure, and an allowable pressure drop using tables or equations. NFPA 54, ANSI Z223.1, National Fuel Gas Code. Same principles, jurisdictions adopt IFGC, NFPA 54, or both. Your authority having jurisdiction will tell you which they enforce. We size by BTUs per hour, the equivalent length, and choose a method, table, the authority having jurisdiction recognizes, and confirm the meter regulators can deliver the load at pressure. And for those of you looking for very specific details, a BTU per hour is about 251.9958 calories. We're basing that on 4.186 joules equaling 1 calorie.
Let's dive in.
Instead of how to, here are 5 outcomes your licensed contractor should be able to show you in writing with the code table they used. Total connected load documented. A 1-page list of every gas appliance, current appliances, plus future in the near, with BTU per hour nameplates added up. The outcome of this is the total load matches the basis used in the table sizing guide of IFGC 402 NFPA 54. Pretty simple. Walk around the house, add up everything that has gas going into it, come up with a number, compare it. Checkpoint number 2. Equivalent length identified. A simple sketch with the longest run and fitting count called out. The outcome you want here, the table selection and segment sizes reflect the equivalent length. IFGC 402 again. Checkpoint number 3. Table and pressure stated. The plan names the code addition, table, delivery pressure. For example, 7 to 14 inches of water column, or 2 psi with downstream regulators, and allowable pressure drop. This way, everybody is reading the same table that the authority having jurisdiction enforces. IFGC 402, NFPA 54. Checkpoint 4, meter and regulator capacity confirmed. This is a hard one. You're going to have to look at the meter. But the utility meter rating is usually in cubic feet per hour, and regulator, model, outlet pressure are listed and adequate for the total load. The supply capacity is proven before scheduling. Checkpoint 5. Startup pressure is recorded. It's time for that Muppet song about the manometer. Do-do-do-do-do. Manometer readings for static and at-fire pressure at the heater are logged with photos. Take a picture of what's on the screen. What should happen there is the pressure stays within the heater spec at load. If not, upstream corrections need to be made. Follow those manufacturer specifications plus IFGC and NFPA 54 intent. If your method is guess, replace, repeat, you're running a casino, not a project. Paper beats opinions. So here's what you should include. A 1-page gas schedule, total BTU load, delivery pressure, table used, IFGC NFPA 54, allowable pressure drop, equivalent length, and selected pipe sizes by segment. On the utility side, the meter size requested is confirmed. Regulator, model, and outlet pressure. For your startup log, date, ambient temperature, static firing pressures at the appliance, and any error codes if you made them or created them, and a photo of the manometer settings. Basically, if it's on paper, it's not going to be a fight down the road. Undersized meters. For example, after adding a 400,000 BTU heater, the meter never knew. 2 psi gas system with downstream line regulators at branches. Appliance sees the wrong pressure. Very skinny run to the pad. Table says increase the pipe size, and nobody did. The regulator stack is wrong. Venting, orientation, or the outlet set point mismatched to heater spec. Branch loads miscounted. Future grill fire feature ignored. And no field verification. If you don't have a manometer, you're guessing. Basically, if the heater trips every night at 9 p.m., it must be haunted, right? It's that time of year. Or maybe the heater flips off when the range, furnace, and spa all fire at the same time because, math. I remember one incident where we had a pool heater being repiped and the gas valve was a little sluggish. And that's because the upstream pressure was somewhere around 27 inches of water column. That's where the gas pros had to go adjust the meter down, and all was well. It definitely answered the question of why things weren't working right. A few notes here too on the authorities having jurisdiction. Additions vary by state and city. In plain English, ask your inspector which code set and tables they use today, and then put that on your plan. The principles don't change, load, length, pressure drop, but the table choice must match your jurisdiction.
Let's dive in.
To my homeowner friends, here are 6 questions before you install a heater. What's my total BTU load, including future grill, fire, generator? What code table are you using? IFGC, NFPA 54, and what pressure does it assume? Number 3, will my meter regulators be upgraded if the load requires it? 4, show me the pipe sizes by segment on a sketch. Number 5, on startup, will you record static and firing manometer settings? And number 6, what do I do if there's a lockout? Who do I call, you or the manufacturer? On the builder side, inventory all the BTUs for all appliances, including near future adds. Number 2, measure the equivalent length and pick the correct table. State which one. Number 3, right size piping by segment. Verify meter capacity and regulator set points before scheduling. Coordinate the utility. That's number 4. In writing when the meter upgrade is needed. So for example, small regulator, manometer on startup. Keep the log with photos and save it. Label the plan with code addition, table, pressure, and allowable drop. And lastly, no blame ping pong. Bring the paper to the conversation. What's in writing doesn't need to have a discussion. Heaters don't fail inspections. Plans do. Count the BTUs, pick the table, coordinate the meter and regulators, and prove it with a manometer. That's how we do it every time. Just copy us. Quiet, precision, licensed, code compliant, no drama. Licenses: Florida, CPC 1460695. Wisconsin, Electrical and HVAC 1543940. Texas, TICL 1350 and Rail 635643. This episode is for education and coordination. All gas work must be performed by licensed professionals under the authority having jurisdiction and per applicable codes and manufacturer instructions. In Wisconsin, services are performed and provided under the appropriate license in the state of service. Always remember to confirm your local adoption additions with your authority having jurisdiction. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Envy Podcast, where licensed pool professionals speak up. Hosted by Jason Davies, licensed across Wisconsin, Florida, and Texas. For more insights, subscribe and join us next time.